that one. I do.
Yeah.
Around the house, I say it. I don't like that one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, I know.
You know, it's funny when you hear yourself, when you started in the business, you're so different as you are, later on.
You would be very critical, and I know you have a list.
I am.
You have a list of tunes that you don't think you did a wonderful job, but see, to us, what are ordinary people.
Well, there are songs that we had to sing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They just say, you're going to record these four. Oh, really?
No, that was a shame, because you know what you like to sing and the type of tune you want. And
yeah, but we didn't, we didn't have full say.
Right.
I think Frank Sinatra did.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't at Columbia Records. He didn't have full say, and we were there at the same time, because that was my first company to be with when I started. But he left, and he had to pay a lot of money to get out of his contract.
I read that someplace.
Oh, yeah. He was not going to sing the songs that they had, put in front of him. And he said, I don't like it, and he didn't like it, and he wouldn't do it, and they would have a big argument about it, and that's why he left. And me, girls, I was a young girl then, I wouldn't have said, I don't like this song. I would just say to myself, okay, you made a deal, do the best that you can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You may not think it's the greatest song, but just do the best you can. And then, you shouldn't get hurt. But he wouldn't stand for it. And he knew what he wanted, and that was it.
I don't know of any other artist that probably could pull that off, do you?
I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe many of them have.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, Tony has just gone, I can't believe it, the teenagers still love Tony Bennett.
Of course.
And I know why. He's just natural and so much fun. And you would be the same way if you were up on that stage. I mean, they would just crowd around the stage. They would mob you because you're just yourself. And you have so much fun dealing with the audience.
Yeah, I'll deal with them.
Oh, yeah.
That is cute. That is funny. But see, I didn't get to do that.
I know.
And I would have loved it. And then, I was so used to working in front of a camera, and or going to the, to do my recordings, and no one was there, and so it's so different. But I think that the artists who were able to travel all over and have these wonderful people in the audience smiling, and you're right there and seeing that, it must have been tremendous. What a kick that would be.
Yes, we were just Ann and I were watching Bublé's DVD the other day on one of his concerts. I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but
no, he's so good.
I've done the voice on the final tune that he plays, and he says, for you youngsters out there, he said, I thank the good Lord every morning I get up that the great arrangers of tunes, I think, are the greatest. And he said, I want you to listen to good music. And
how nice that he said that.
Just really saying,
that's the truth.
Yes.
Oh, the men who wrote the lyrics and the music.
Oh.
I just respect them so much.
And the arrangers.
And the arrangers, of course, and the musicians.
It's
and the singers.
Yes.
It was such a wonderful group that did all of this. It's just, it's amazing.
And you can hear 3 or 4 different, let's say the bands, back in the big band era, and they would play the same song, and people would love it, and they would dance to it. But one arranger took that tune and just twisted it around, and you said, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
What's the one they're talking about? At Last.
Oh.
Now, the way, Miller played it, it was a big hit.
Of course.
But who's the young lady that does it now? And she was quite upset about hearing it, sung by Beyonce, was it?
I don't know.
And she's got the big, not Carole King, is it? Who is it? I should know that, see? My Sometimers kicks in.
But anyway, it's a wonderful business.
Oh, I bet
it's not really a business to me. It's just it was joy.
Did you like vocalizing? I mean, singing about compared to the movies, or a little bit better?
Oh, it was on a par. They were equal.
Okay.
I loved singing, and I loved performing in movies, and they were just equal.
Well, I remember now that you mentioned that when we were having lunch, you said I could pick up the script, look it over for a few minutes, and walk right on that stage and be ready to start recording or start shooting. Remember that? You said you just...
Yeah, well, I think... I think I told you, too, that we always, had a limo at the studios, and a driver. I had my same driver for years, and he had a light in the back of the limo for me, because I would have my script with me, the new one, and I would be looking it over. And the ride wasn't that long. It was from the valley to Beverly Hills, and we were home. And the next morning, like 5:30 in the morning, Dodo was up and out. And I'd come out in my house coat or something, and he'd say, how'd you do with your script? Do you know what you have to do today? And I'd say, yep. And he'd say, how did you know that? You just looked at it in the car. And I said, from singing with bands, I learned so quickly, because I had to learn all those songs fast.
Sure.
And you don't have a card in front of you. I never did. I didn't want to look down and read off the words, or sing them that way. I wouldn't do that. But it really, I was that way then. And so reading a script was very easy for me, and learning it. And he was always amazed at that. How could you do that? It would take me a week, he used to say. And I said, no, it wouldn't. You get so used to it that it just rolls right out, and it's...
sure. And they were giving you one movie right after another, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
As soon as you finished one, and you'd maybe record a couple of tunes, and you had to be right back on stage, or back in the rehearsal.
Back in the saddle.
Yeah. Down the old Western
You see,
Trail.
I loved it.
Sure. When you love something, you can do it.
It didn't matter to me.
Right?
I was raring to go.
Oh, gosh. I'm taking up all of your time. My gosh.
I'm taking up yours.
No, God. Well,
I'm taking up yours.
We can catch up.
The music that you've played, that all comes back to me, and I sit here and I have tears coming down, and I just it's like I'm doing it again. I'm singing it, and I remember that. I remember singing those songs, and I love the really good songs. I don't like the old ones, because when I was singing with early bands and stuff like that, that doesn't thrill me.
The Barney rap and all that stuff.
No, I like when I was on my own and did really good songs. I love to hear that. When
I played the Page Cavanaugh Trio behind you, Ted Nash told me the other day, he said, tell Doris that, he told me that, he said, I worked with Page quite a bit, but he said, please tell Doris that I just can't talk, and I would be embarrassed to go on the air and stumble around. And he doesn't. I said, we're going to lunch, and you can stumble all you want, and we're going to...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, and he feels, he said, oh, gosh, I wish I could just give my own good wishes, today. And
I know that I have
listening.
Them from him.
He loves you to death, I'll tell you.
And I know that he was just the best at what he did.
He's such a nice guy.
And will always be.
He's such
absolutely the best.
Oh, what a sax player.
Yeah.
I told you back in Michigan when we broadcast that summer, and we would go around to little wineries. They always had jazz at the wineries back there. And people would come and, and drink wine and listen and everything. And they would invite him. No, not him, but Harry Goldson used to come along. And I asked Harry and the guys in the band, when they'd take a break, I'd say, mention Ted Nash.